Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive with us. Today we are talking about something pretty cool. I think you'll agree. We're diving into how to level up your English vocabulary.
Yeah.
Moving beyond those everyday words to sound more precise, more professional.
Right.
That's the goal, I think, for a lot of us.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do that today with a really cool source. This is a really popular online English learning video by a teacher. It's got like 197 powerful words and phrases. And even better, the teacher points out some of the common mistakes that native speakers make.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's where the real value lies because we all make these mistakes, right? We use the same words again and again.
I'm so guilty of it.
And we don't even realize.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, think about how many times you hear the word amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Right? Like, it's everyone's go-to word.
Oh, totally. And learning these alternatives, I think it makes us better listeners too.
Yeah.
Right? When other people use them.
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh, they're bringing out the big guns here. I see what they're doing.
Totally. It expands your understanding as well.
Yeah.
As your ability to express yourself. It's like having more colors to paint with, you know?
That's a great analogy, yeah.
Instead of just saying amazing all the time, you could say incredible, astonishing, you know? If you see a beautiful view, you could say breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Right.
Much better than just amazing.
Way better.
Yeah. And another thing, I don't know about you, but I use the word nice way too much.
Yeah. Nice is kind of like the default. It works, but
It's fine, but it's kind of boring.
it's boring. It's
Yeah.
like the plain white t-shirt of adjectives, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
So what can we say instead?
Well, this teacher suggests words like pleasant, lovely, or delightful.
Ooh, delightful.
But what I like is that she points out how they change the feeling of what you're describing. So, like, a hotel reception could be lovely, but your stay could be delightful.
Oh, I see.
You know?
So there are levels to this.
There's definitely levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is getting good. I'm already learning a lot. And you know what else I love about this video? She brings back the idioms. Remember those?
Yeah.
Like if something's easy, it's not just easy. She's like, piece of cake. And then even better, she has easy peasy.
Easy peasy. That's great.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah, it's memorable. It makes you want to use it.
Totally. And then on the flip side, when things are hard, she doesn't just stop at like challenging and difficult. She goes all the way to strenuous and arduous. Arduous.
That's a good one. I like that.
It sounds difficult. It sounds like it takes effort.
It does. It's like you can feel it.
Totally. Okay, well, let's do a few more rapid fire just to really get a sense of what's possible here. So instead of saying bad traffic, how about we say dreadful traffic?
Oh, dreadful traffic.
Doesn't that just sound awful?
You can feel the stress already.
Yes. Okay, and if the food was bad? Terrible.
How about appalling?
Appalling. Oh, like it's so bad you're offended.
Right.
And instead of just being happy, you're elated or ecstatic.
Oh, I like ecstatic. There's levels of happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And finally, instead of smart, maybe you're clever, brilliant, or even astute.
Ooh, astute. That's a good one for work.
Very professional.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you ready for the really challenging part? This is where it gets really interesting. Because the video then goes into some of the words that even native speakers get confused.
Oh, really?
And honestly, mastering these is going to make you sound so much more confident and articulate.
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Okay, first up, wary versus weary. Do those sound similar to you?
They do sound similar. Very similar.
I always get them confused.
Yeah, I can see why people would mix them up, but they mean very different things.
Totally. So like if you're tired, you're weary.
Right. But if you're suspicious of something, you're wary.
Oh, that's a good distinction.
Yeah. Like you might be wary of a stranger, but you wouldn't be wary of them.
I see. Okay, how about especially versus specially?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
It is. And I've even heard some learners add like an extra little sound in there, which makes it worse.
Right.
So what's the difference?
Well, especially is used to emphasize something. Like you're especially interested in a particular topic.
Right.
But specially means something is done for a specific purpose. Like a cake is made specially for someone's birthday.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. It's subtle, but important.
It is. Okay. And for the final challenge, I think this one might be the toughest of them all. Affect versus effect. I still get these mixed up all the time.
Oh, yeah, those are classic. I think everyone struggles with those at some point.
Right.
But the good news is there's a simple way to remember which is which.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So affect is usually a verb. It means to influence or change something.
Okay.
Like the weather can affect your mood,
I see.
and then effect is usually a noun. It's the result of something.
Oh, okay.
So the effect of the weather was that you stayed inside.
That makes so much more sense now.
Right. It's all about the grammar.
Okay. Wow. This is amazing. I feel like we're really starting to uncover some of the hidden complexities of English.
Totally.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what else we discover as we keep going.
Me too. It's going to be fun.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is already exceeding my expectations. We've gone from just basic synonyms to like exploring all these nuances. We've even tackled these word pairs that like trip up native speakers.
Yeah, and I think it's really valuable for anyone who wants to improve their English.
For sure. Like no matter your level, I think there's something here for everyone.
Absolutely.
Okay, you ready to dive into a whole pool of personality adjectives? This is where things get really fun, I think. This lesson has a list of 100.
Wow, 100.
100. So imagine all the different ways you can describe someone. Instead of just saying nice, you could say,
Oh, no. What could you say?
well, we could say adaptable. That's a good one for today's like fast-paced work world, right?
Oh, yeah. Being adaptable is so important.
Totally. Or how about authentic? Being genuine, real.
Authenticity is key.
It is. And then there's chill. You know, someone who's just really laid back, easygoing.
Chill. I like that. It's casual.
It is. It is. And then there's charismatic.
Oh, that's a powerful one.
Like someone who just draws you in.
Leaders often have that quality.
Yeah, for sure. But we don't just want to focus on the good traits, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to describe those less desirable qualities. How about tenacious?
Ooh, tenacious.
Like someone who just doesn't give up.
I mean, that could be good or bad depending on the situation.
Yeah, that's true. But it's definitely a strong word.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. We're already swimming in a sea of descriptive words, and we've only just scratched the surface of this list.
I know. It's incredible.
Making me realize just how much power we have to shape our language, to express ourselves with more precision.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Each word choice is like a little opportunity.
It is. This deep dive is already exceeding my expectations.
Mine too.
I can't wait to see what other linguistic gems we unearth.
Me neither. This is going to be good.
I think so.
You know, it's amazing how just changing one little word can really change how people understand you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So remember those word pairs we were talking about? Like wary and weary?
Oh, yeah, those are tricky.
Just messing those up, it could cause like a big misunderstanding.
Oh, totally.
Like imagine you're in a meeting and you're trying to like be careful about a new idea, and you say you're weary instead of wary. It sounds like you're just tired.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. That's why these little things are so important, especially at work.
Totally. It's all about being clear,
Precise.
Precisely. And it's not just about avoiding mistakes, right? It's also about like sounding really sophisticated.
Yeah.
Like a pro.
Like you know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So let's go back to especially and specially for a second.
Okay.
I know these trip a lot of people up.
They do. Even if you're fluent.
Yeah.
So what's the key to keeping them straight?
Well, they both kind of mean to single something out, but in different ways.
Okay.
So especially means it's more important. Like you're especially excited about a project.
Okay.
But specially means it's for a specific reason.
Right.
Like you made a cake specially for your friend's birthday.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, you're doing something.
Exactly.
Oh, that makes sense. It's all about the intention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get this.
Good.
Now for the big ones. You know what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Affect versus effect.
The classic.
Oh, I feel like these will haunt me forever.
I know, they get me too sometimes.
But there's got to be a way to remember this.
There is. Just think about the grammar.
Okay.
So affect is usually a verb. It means to influence something.
Okay.
Like stress can affect your sleep.
Right.
And then effect is usually a noun. It's the result.
So like the effect of the stress was that you couldn't sleep.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's all clicking now.
Good.
I never thought I'd understand this.
Well, now you do.
This is great.
Yeah.
I feel like we're like busting these myths about English.
Yeah, it's empowering.
It is empowering, like we're taking control.
Yeah.
All right, ready for another round?
Hit me.
How about stationary? and stationary.
Ooh, those are good. Those sound exactly the same.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I see people mix them up all the time.
Even native speakers.
Yeah. So how can we remember this one?
Well, think about the A in stationary.
Okay.
That A is for, like, not moving, like a stationary bike.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
In stationary.
That one's got an E in it, like envelope.
For all the paper stuff.
Yeah, all the fun stuff. Pens, paper, envelopes.
So if I'm writing a letter, I'm using stationary.
Right.
But if I'm stuck in traffic, I'm stationary.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have?
How about principle and principle?
Yeah, those are tricky.
A lot of people get those confused.
So what's the trick here?
Well, think of principle with the LE at the end.
Okay.
That LE is for, like, a rule, a truth.
Ah, like a guiding principle.
Exactly. Like, honesty is an important principle.
Right, right. And principal,
That one can be a couple things. It could be, like, the head of a school.
the principal of the school?
Right. Or it could mean the most important part of something.
Oh, like the principal reason for something.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. So it's all about context.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to how it's used in the sentence.
This is so helpful. I feel like we're really breaking down these like complex grammar rules
Making them simple.
and making them stick.
Exactly.
Okay, I think I'm ready for one more. What do you have?
Let's see. How about imply and infer?
Ooh, those are good ones. I feel like people use those interchangeably all the time.
They do. But there's a subtle difference.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So imply is what the speaker does. They're hinting at something without saying it directly. Oh, I see.
Like if someone says it's getting late, they might be implying that you should leave.
Right, without actually saying you should leave.
Exactly. And then infer is what the listener does. They figure out what the speaker meant.
Ah, so I infer from their comment that they want me to go.
Exactly.
Wow, it's all about perspective.
It is. The speaker implies, the listener infers.
That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, one last one for good measure. Loose and lose.
Oh, the classics. Those are always tricky.
I know, they look so similar.
They do, but there's a simple way to remember the difference.
Tell me.
Look at the O's. Loose has two O's, like it's loose and baggy.
Oh, I like that.
So if your clothes are loose, they're not tight.
Right.
But loose only has one O, like you've lost something.
So if I lose my keys, I can't find them.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to remember that.
Good.
Wow, this has been eye-opening. I feel like I'm already a more confident speaker.
I know, right? It's amazing what a few simple tricks can do. And we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore.
Oh yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
I can't wait to see what else we uncover.
Me neither. It's going to be fun.
It's like we've been given this secret code to unlock better English. It's amazing how these tiny little changes can totally change how we sound.
It's like we've been seeing everything in black and white, and now suddenly it's all in color.
Exactly. And speaking of colorful, this lesson dives into personality words, a whole 100 of them.
Wow.
So we don't have to just say nice or good anymore. We can really describe people in interesting ways.
Right, like instead of just happy, you could say. What? Give me an example.
Jubilant.
Jubilant. Oh, that's way better.
It's like really happy, right?
That's
Like celebrating.
Yeah, it's like you can hear the excitement.
Totally. And here's one that I think is super important, especially at work. Considerate.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It means you think about other people's feelings, even if you disagree with them.
That's so key for good relationships, not just at work, but like with everyone.
Absolutely. And then there's constructive, which is good for giving feedback.
Oh, so it's not just criticism, it's helpful.
Right, you're trying to help them improve, not tear them down.
I like that. Constructive feedback. I'm going to use that.
Me too. Okay, now here's one that can be a little tricky. Candid?
Oh, how so?
Well, it means being honest, but it could also sound kind of harsh.
Oh, so you got to be careful.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't be super candid with your boss unless you really knew them well.
Right. It's all about the situation.
It is. It is. Okay, I'm loving these little distinctions. Let's do some more. How about dynamic, eclectic, and enthusiastic?
Okay, those sound like good energy words.
They are. Like dynamic is someone who gets things done. They're full of ideas.
And eclectic is someone with lots of different interests, right? They're always learning new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And enthusiastic people, well, their energy is contagious.
They make you excited to be around them.
Totally. This lesson is amazing. It's like we've opened up this whole new vocabulary world.
And it just makes you realize how much power we have with words.
It does. It does. So what have we learned today? A lot. We went from amazing to astonishing, from nice to delightful, smart to astute, and so much more.
We even figured out those tricky word pairs that confuse everyone.
And we explored all these personality words that help us describe people in really interesting ways.
It's been a good deep dive, and it shows us that learning language is a journey. There's always something new to discover.
Exactly. And the more we explore, the better we can communicate, connect with people, and really make our voices heard.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep having fun with language. Bye, everyone.